Hello friends, and welcome to a Get It All Done With Me video. I can't believe at the transformation that we've managed so far with building the extension. No, I didn't build the extension myself. I got some builders to basically sort the shell out for us. We are at that time where we're waiting for the trades to come in. It's taking a few days in between, and basically today is a day of silence. No builders today. We had the screeding done yesterday, so the floor is pretty much dry. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got my hair back and everything because it's super hot, but it also means that the things can really dry very quickly. So today I wanted to use a really fun tool and get rid of some of the tiles that I've got. So I'll show you like that corner that I'm going to sort out. I also have some wallpaper that I want to take off in small areas. I'll show you that as well. But I do actually have some footage of the other day where I actually sorted out loads of bags under the stairs, and basically it was just a tip. We had the electricians come in, so we had to make sure that the box around the electrics is actually all empty, and that means that under the stairs we just needed to get rid of like all the clutter and stuff, the bags and things that were in there. So basically they were just all around in the hallway mostly, and that is what I've been doing basically. So I'll start off by showing you all the hard work that I've been doing tidying up. So here I am sorting out and showing you as much as I can under the stairs, even though it's like a funny angle. But if you like this kinds of stuff, I do loads of get it all done with me's, clean with me's. I'm also going to show you more about the extension, actually show you around, give you a tour, and also give you a tour when the kitchen's in, and we've got the rooms as well, the utility room, etc. So I'm super excited for those. Make sure to subscribe and like this video as well. let me show you first what we're dealing with. So this is going to be a utility slash little bathroom downstairs. As you can see, we've installed a pocket door or mechanism, not the door itself, to actually be able to have a door that slides from here, I apologize for the lighting, and goes that way. So the dishwasher won't be in here anymore, it'll be in the new kitchen. But as you can see, although the other side has the wall down and everything, this actually still has tiles on. I might have to do this manually because I don't want to get in the way of the boiler or anything, or I might have to, I don't know, I'll work around it. Might have to do it another time, but this section I can definitely do today. As you can see, we've got some plumbing and stuff here already. The electrics have gone in there. That's leaking, but don't worry, the plumber's coming back. And yeah, basically this is the corner that I want to sort out, so I'll need to clean up whatever's on top here. And that's basically the tile. So let me show you, or the tiles, and let me show you the wallpaper. So this is obviously the new wall, the old wall that came down. This section they kept because it's holding the steel up. So that means that ideally I'd like this to come off because they will be plastering over it. So it makes sense to sort that. I won't need to do anything here, I don't think. It's because they're going to have to potentially board it up or just, you know, like square it up, whatever they do. So yeah, basically you need to sort that bit out. Let me check whether there's anywhere else. That door's going, so I don't need to touch that. So yeah, I think that's about it. And I think another time, if I'm brave enough, I might have to extend this section of the fireplace. But let's do those 3 things and basically have some fun doing it. So I will be wearing ear defenders and a visor as well. So this is super exciting. You're going to see me looking very silly. But before I do, I want to talk about the tool. So I'm borrowing this from my dad-in-law, so thank you so much. And it's like an automatic chisel tool. So it comes with loads of chisels, but it's literally like you press on it and it like all the tiles need to like come out because it's like so powerful. So I might have to put something over here as well, even though I'm boiling already. And then see how it goes, but I'm sure it's going to be powerful and very fun. Here's the man tool. Yeah, let's do this. And actually I thought whilst we've got the skip outside, it's good that I'm doing this now. So let's have a little break and a little update. I did really well, if I do say so myself. Oh shush, washing machine. And basically, I took a layer off and I've done everything I wanted to do. However, I didn't realise that there's tiles underneath tiles. Isn't that ridiculous? Obviously she took a shortcut, the lady before us who had the house, and she must have tiled over tiles, which I get. It's the easy option, but it just means that I'll have to come back to this. I'll have to basically recoup and maybe do little and often, because it is quite physical. Like, I actually didn't realise how it's not just brute force, because I've been like using my body to like use it so that the drill gets into the grooves, but actually it's my hand which needs to hold the trigger, basically, which is probably the worst. I know it's not even the muscle side of things, it's just my hand that kept slipping. But yeah, basically I'll have to come back to that. Anything I can't do, obviously I'm gonna ask my husband to help with brute force, because he's obviously a lot stronger than me. But there were bits like here that were really like fused to, you know, the wall. So yeah, I think definitely going to have to come back to this, but I'll definitely have a tidy up. Oh, and the other thing I was going to mention is I'm definitely going to have to move this radiator. The lighting's dazzling. Because I'm definitely not doing this by hand, especially if there's double layers. So yeah, I'm going to have to wait for these things to move to even get to this corner. So maybe this is going to be another get it all done with me. But anyway, let's get cleaning. So I've cleaned up, so that means that I've got a fresh like start the next time I try and do the lay underneath, which is going to be a bit harder, but it's definitely like a strain on, you know, the hand trying to keep the trigger, and also, you know, the movement of it. And it's great fun though. I totally recommend this like drill, and I'll see if I can find something online for you guys, so that I'll link it down below in case you want to buy it on Amazon or something. Because it just makes life so much easier. I was able to do that in like less than half an hour. I know it's just one layer. I expected only one layer. But yeah, basically it was just so much faster to do that. And obviously I've got the other side to do as well. Once everything gets moved, we can move the radiator, which was essentially there, to that corner. Obviously we're going to buy a new one, so it's going to be like a taller vertical radiator. The dishwasher is leaving this room and going into the kitchen, but I'll make sure to do a video on like the whole extension tour very, very soon. The next thing that I want to do is probably not going to be today. and that's going to be taking down the wallpaper. Should be quite a quick job. I usually use like water and vinegar to actually like moisten the area. Trust me, I've done a lot of wallpaper removal in this house. So I'm pretty confident I know how to do that, and do that quite quickly too. Thought I'd quickly show you before I actually go ahead and do it. But it's got a couple of layers, and as you can see, I've done the rest of the walls as well in terms of wallpaper removal. You can see that video, by the way, of me removing that wall and the chimney breast as well. I've done that not too long ago. I wanted to do that before my son's birthday, but yeah, basically it's a couple of layers, just moisten the wall up and it should come off really easily. The reason I didn't do this is because I thought it's actually going, but once we found out that the steel's going on top of it and it's like what they call it, supporting wall, it couldn't go basically, and that's fine. We're gonna make something out of it in this corner. My son already requested some shelves for books, so it's probably going to be like a cute little library nook. So I've got 20 minutes, so I thought I'd do it now, or at least some of it. Basically, I've got the vinegar and I do it by ear. I'd say half a cup to like a litre of water, maybe a cup. It wouldn't hurt if it's a bit too much, you know. You will know if it's too little because you wouldn't feel it coming off as easily as it would with a bit of vinegar. So I usually start off with just like a damp cloth and basically just make the wall as wet as possible. And obviously today's really hot, so I might need to do this a couple of times. So let's see how we get on.